All right, folks, joining us now, Dick Morris, NewsmaxTV Political Analyst and author of Armageddon, How Trump Can Beat Hillary. And your calls at 877-NEWSMAX. Hello, Dick.
Hey, Steve. How are you doing?
Good, good. It's been quite a day. First, the ad Hillary put out online accusing Trump of being a racist and appealing to the KKK, etc. Then Trump, in anticipation of Hillary's speech, saying she's getting desperate, and when Democrats get desperate, they label you and all of your supporters racist. And then Hillary coming out with her campaign event and saying that Trump doesn't want to make America great again. He wants to make America hate again. So how is this race card playing out?
What again?
Hate.
Hate again. Wow, that's great. Yeah, well, you know, Hillary, I think, is a little bit desperate because she has no message. She had been living off Trump's mistakes, almost like an army that doesn't have its own supplies, but invades enemy territory and then lives off what it can plunder from the countryside. And if the other side destroys everything, there's nothing left for them, and they have to pull out. I think that Hillary has been counting on Trump continuing to make mistakes, and in the last 2 weeks, he hasn't made any. And I think so she's now trying to invent stuff and to use it. And also, the polling reflects that Trump has been somewhat successful in appealing to the black community. His vote share rose from 1% to 17% in one of the recent polls. So I think that she's responding to that. But I think the main thing is that it's not really so much the black vote people are going after. It's two things. First, the black turnout. Blacks cast 13% of the vote in 08 and 12, but only 11% of the vote before. And their population share did not rise, just their interest in voting for Obama rose. And the question is, can Hillary hang on to that 2 extra points? And the second thing is, is Trump enough of a racist? Can he make her enough of make him enough of a racist so that whites don't want to vote for him? And that's really what Hillary's trying to do, and those are the stakes. But it's very hard because Trump clearly is a New Yorker. He's lived in an integrated community his entire life. His business is integrated. You walk down the halls and there are blacks all over the place and Latinos, and it's going to be a very hard case for her to make.
Yeah, and yeah, that's a great point. He can make it the debate because Chappaqua, at least when Hillary moved there, I remember talking about how it was, I think, the whitest community in all of New York State, something like 99% white. Right. So I don't know if that's still the case. Yeah.
And then you also can use your opposition to school choice against her and say that you want to take the pattern of discrimination in housing and make it a discrimination in schools. Whereas I want people to be able to send their child to the private schools that you sent Chelsea to, where I sent my children to, and have the state pay for it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And he did mention school choice today in his speech, in his appeal to the African-American community. Another issue that's getting a lot of interest and scrutiny, of course, from the media, because he postponed a major address on immigration that was scheduled, I believe, for yesterday, pushed it forward to sometime next week, and is kind of wavered back and forth on would you deport the 11 million, 12 million illegals that you ran in the primaries on saying you would deport. He's going a little bit back on it, then he says he's not going back on it. How does he walk that fine line? What would benefit him the most?
Well, the reality of it is that if you institute an E-Verify system, which stops them from being able to get jobs, they're not going to stick around. And when you combine the bad American economy with an E-Verify system, they're not going to stay. And the need actually to deport will be fairly limited. On the other hand, he had promised to deport, and if he's seen as backing off on that, it could hurt them. But, you know, I did something today that's kind of interesting, Steve. My video, my lunch alert today, is that when Bill was president and Hillary was first lady, he built a 325-mile wall between California and Mexico. The entire southern border of California is fenced off by a large wall, 20 feet high in some places. And Hillary supported it, And when she went to the Senate, she voted in favor of extending it all the way to the Gulf of Mexico.
Huh.
And for her to say that that Trump is a racist for wanting to build a wall is ludicrous when she built one too.
That is incredible. The narrative changing now because of these racist accusations back and forth, but it's been a devastating couple of weeks, and this week in particular, with the emails and the pay-for-play and the AP story. You know, is that going to dog her? And again, if Julian Assange, you know, is correct, and there's a blockbuster coming out in October, will she be able to survive all that?
Well, I think the interesting thing is that the district court said that the emails should be released starting on September 13th.
Yep.
So this stuff is going to come out every week between then and Election Day. And each of them will have more and more evidence of pay for play. The AP story you're referring to was that out of 150 meetings that she had as Secretary of State with people who were neither government employees nor foreign government people, just private citizens. 85 of them were donors to the Clinton Foundation.
Right.
So it's like she had a cash register outside the office. Just ka-ching, the secretary will see you now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have said, well, where's the smoking gun? Where are the favors she did for those people? And that ignores the fundamental fact that a meeting with the Secretary of State
is a favor.
Is a favor.
Yeah.
All you need to go is to go to Beijing and say, well, when I had lunch with the Secretary of State last week, and you'll get anything you want from the government.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the media says, where's the proof? Where's the well? You know what? Proof comes from an investigation. It's not always apparent, and circumstantial evidence is sometimes the best proof.
Yes, and simply the idea that you literally had to deposit your check at the door to go in to see the Secretary of State.
Yep, that's pretty proof.
Or that if you had already given a check, you had to go through the Clinton Foundation, your rabbi there, to make sure that you got a meeting. It's just outrageous.
Yep. Dick, great talking to you again, folks. The book Armageddon, it's a bestseller in every list that's out there. How Trump Can Beat Hillary. Armageddon is the book. Dick, thank you very much, my friend.
Thank you, Steve.
Take care. Dick Morris, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, former governor of New Mexico, Bill Richardson. Lots to talk about.